Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today's webinar, we're going to talk about identifying products on our website. So we will just quickly see what our website, what are the products that are there, and how do we relate to the products to the user, what he's looking for. That is what we're going to talk about today. So what are the contents that, or what does this whole webinar talk about is we will be talking about few terminologies that we have to know before we get started, and then we will see how does the job look like what are the different things that we have to work on. Then we will understand the attributes, what are attributes and how are they important, then about the ratings. Then we will understand what is a substitute and an alternate product, and then few special scenarios, and finally the examples of how we um, apply of what all we have learned. But before that, for further updates or for the updates on DataMime or for the updates on webinars, please do follow DataMime on Facebook and Instagram. We are available on these two social networks. So you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Search for DataMime. We will be there. So all the updates about the DataMime will be available, and also on the webinars will be available on these two social things. Thank you so much. So let's get started. So we will be starting with the terminologies. So what are the different terminologies that we have to understand before we get started is about the attributes. So what are attributes are these are the additional descriptors that a user will possibly add when he is typing in something. So if I add address is a normal product that I'm looking for, but whenever I say um, Zara dress, or if I say red color dress. So that is I am looking for a specific color, which is an attribute. So instead of dress, I'm being very specific of what I want. I'm adding an attribute to the one or to the product that I'm looking for. So it makes it more easier, or it makes it us very clear of what the user is actually looking for. And these attributes are very important whenever you're understanding the user intention. So when the attributes are mentioned in by the user, that means he's very specific about the attributes. So that is why we consider attributes as a very important part of the user intention. So let's go to the next terminology, the product type. So what is a product type is what is the user actually looking for. So what product is the user looking for? Like I said, a red color dress. So what is the product that the user is looking for will become your product type. So red is the attribute, dress will become the product type. So I'm looking for a product type called dress. So here we are looking for a PS5 console. So he's looking for a console of PS5. So that is the product type that you're looking for. So what is an intent? I've been using the word intent like quite a lot of times. So intent is what is the user looking for, or what is the intention of the user when he has typed in that particular search word or that word into any of the search engines. So if I have typed in a blue color uh, phone, so my intention is to look or to buy a blue color phone. So what is the user's intention when he is looking for some particular product or any piece of information? What is he actually looking for will become the intent of the user. The next terminology that we have to understand is what is an alternate and a substitute. So these are the products which have different functions from what we are looking for, but it falls into the same category or it is used for similar purpose. Like if I'm looking for a Dell laptop, and there is Lenovo laptop. So they both are still used for the same purpose. It is just few functionalities or few forms or few functions are different in both of these products, but then they are used for the similar purpose. The purpose is their laptops. So they would become alternate. So alternate or a substitute should be of similar purpose. They can have different functions, but the purpose has to be same. So I cannot say a Nokia 1100, which is a keypad phone. I cannot say that is an alternate to a smartphone or an iPhone, because the functionality or this purpose is different for both of them, including the functionality. So when you say iPhone, it's a complete smartphone where you have different features. wherein if you see a keypad phone, it is completely a different one, which is a basic keypad phone. So that is why both of them cannot be alternate. So they should be of similar purpose whenever you're saying they're alternates. Though Samsung produces or Nokia produces smartphones, you cannot call it an alternate because of the purpose of the phone that we're talking about. The next one is a shopping aggregator. So a shopping aggregator is one such site where it sells or where it has different links for, or it compares prices of different products from different sites. Like if I want a mouse from Lenovo, let's assume I want a mouse from Lenovo. What does the shopping aggregator do is it will show different price listings for the same product from different merchants. Like let's assume I'll show one of those I'm not sure why this page is not opening, but then there is one of such site where it shows us links of different products. So the product is there, and you will have a link from buying link from Amazon, you will have from Flipkart, you will have different along with the prices. You can see the price limits from different merchants and then buy the product according to your price thing. So that is a shopping aggregator. So these are the main terminologies that we have to know when before we go into the topic. Now let's see what is the job or how does the tool or how does the overview of this task look like. So the task looks like this, wherein what is the job is you have a query. This one is what the user is looking for. So we have to understand what the user is looking for, and then you have this one, which is a website. So we have to see whether this website, the one that is here on the right, is it satisfying the intention of what the user is looking for, or is it offering what the user is looking for is what we have to do. So for that, to help us with that, we have some search results and also ratings. Let's see each one of it. So this one is the query, and then we have the ratings. So there are different ratings depending on the specific instructions given by the client. You have to rate it accordingly. So the rating section is here, and then once you fix on a rating, once you click on the radio button of the rating that you've done, then you have to click on submit to submit your rating. These search results tab that is there here is to give us what is the intention of the user for us to search in different places. These search results will help us. So these are the search results for the query's intention. You have results from Google Shopping, Amazon, Google and Bing. So Google and Bing will give you the intention, and then Google Shopping and Amazon Shopping will give you what actually is the product about. So those are the ones. And then you have the instructions for the ratings, like when do you rate anything as bad, when do you rate anything as not bad, and then broken and non-English. So these are the rules that you have to follow whenever you're rating these. So they are encrypted in the tool itself. And then finally, this, the one that is there on the extreme right, this is called the website or the landing page, which opens. This is where you have to see whether this website is answering any of the question, any of the intentions of what the user is looking for. And then finally, this website usually pops up automatically. If it doesn't pop up, then you have this button or a tab where it says can't see the landing page. Click here. So you just have to click on this tab and the page opens up. So if it doesn't automatically pop up, you just have to click on this tab where it says can't see the landing page. Click on it to see the website. So this is how the job easily looks like, or this is how we have to work on this particular task. So what are attributes like said? Users or so usually users would include some of these specific attributes or descriptors, which are very important, like said. So these attributes are not confined, but we have segregated them like material, brand, merchant, color, size, gender, and age groups, dimensions. These are something which doesn't fit. So if I'm looking for an L size t-shirt, an XL size t-shirt would not fit my intent, because I am looking for a size L. So, and if I'm looking for a shoe, I'm looking for size 7 shoe. If you give me size 8 shoe, so it will not fit my purpose. So that is when these attributes are called important, because they are very confined. Like if I'm looking for a woman's shirt and you give me a men's shirt, I cannot wear it and go. So gender, color, size, these things differ from the requirements. So that is why attributes are specifically very, very important in this particular task. So let's see a few examples here. Size 4 women's shoes. Here, what are the attributes? Are size 4, because we've seen size is one of the attribute, and women's is also an attribute because women's is a gender. Shoes is the product type. That is what is the user actually looking for. Is looking for shoes for women, size 4. So women and size 4, those specific things that he has added will become your attributes. Here also, men's blue jumper. So jumper is the product type that the user is looking for, and blue and men's will become the attributes, because that is where, or that is what is the user looking for specifically. Then designer leather bag. So I'm looking for a bag which is of leather and designer. So bag is the product that I'm looking for. Of what type and what kind will become the attribute. That is leather and designer will become the attribute. Pink kids bike. Bike is the product. Kids and pink will become my attributes. Used Lenovo laptop. Laptop is a product type. Lenovo and used will become my attribute. So attributes, like I said, you should match in most of the cases, like in specifically in things like the size 4, men's, women's, and leather or pink. So whenever the color or whenever the size or whenever the gender is mentioned, it is more important that the attributes match. So here is a note which says the highlighted things are very important for the attributes, like as size, women's, pink. So these are very important whenever you're looking for. So the important attributes in any of your queries. So if you're looking or started working on this particular, or you're starting to work on this, the important attributes that you have to work or that you have to see if there is mentioned in the query is gender, color, and size. These are very important attributes. So if any of the query mentions any of the product, or any of the query mentions the color, so it should match the color. If I say red color shirt, it should be a red color. At least if it is a mixture, red color has to be the most prominent color that I'm seeing. That is when you call it that it is matched. So how do you consider the attribute? Is that whenever you're looking for a size and color, the LP should offer the same size and same color that you're looking for. So only for color, there is an exemption. That is if it is a consumer electronic. So size and color, like I said in the first point, should match. But if it is a consumer electronic is phone, laptop, washing machine, trees, anything of that sort. So if you're looking for a consumer electronic, if the color doesn't match, it is okay. So this is only applicable for consumer electronics, not for everything. So the color mismatch is okay if it is only for consumer electronics, but others, the color has to be heavily featured, or it should be the same one, or at least should be an option in the landing page. So let's move on. So what are the ratings that we have, or how do we rate each one of them? The first rating we'll talk about is not bad. So when do you rate anything as not bad? As 1, the product is exactly what the user is looking for, so that it is the same thing, so I don't have to look into it again. The second one, product is an alternate, substitute, or a competitive item. So we already have seen what is an alternate, substitute, or a competitor. So if it is matching the purpose, or if it is from a different brand, then you call it a alternate, substitute, or a competitor. So if you feel that, if you see that the product is exactly the same purposed one but from a different brand or an alternate product or a substitute product, you rate that as not bad. The query or the question, there is a question in the query, and then your landing page or website is giving you answer for the same. So if I say how to kill a mosquito and you give me a mosquito killer, or you give me a mosquito bat that kills mosquitoes, so it is actually answering the question that I'm looking for. So if your query is a question or any task that the user is looking for, and you get the answer for the same question or the same task is being performed in the landing page, then it should be rated as not bad. So when you rate anything as bad, first one, very easy, it is an incorrect product that you're looking for. So if I'm looking for a socks, you give me a shoe, incorrect product. Product has a different function altogether. Like said, if you're looking for a smartphone, you give me a keypad phone. So the product has a different function altogether, so it will be rated as bad. Product is completely unrelated to what I'm looking for, then also you rate that as bad. Product doesn't match the important attribute. So I'm looking for men's shirt and you give me a women's one, or I'm looking for a pink shirt and you give me the pink is not available at all. I'm looking for a L sized shirt and you give me an XL. So those important attributes are not being matched, then you will rate that as bad. LP displays a different image than what is there in the product. Here LP means the website or the landing page that we're seeing. The final one that we're judging is called an LP, that is landing page. So if the landing page shows a different image than the product that we're expecting for, then you will rate it as bad. Like on the top it says Lenovo laptop, and in the bottom it shows Lenovo mouse. So it is showing a different product altogether in the image, then you rate that as bad. So these are the two differences between not bad and bad. Let's move on to the next two ratings. Broken is the next rating that we have. So when do you rate an website or a landing page as broken? Is if the LP doesn't load, if it has error codes. So we know there is 404, there is 405 or 500, the page is not loading. There are different landing page errors that happen. So whenever you see those error codes that are being displayed on the website, you rate that as broken. When the landing page says product is not found or no results available on the landing page or on the website, then you rate that as broken because you're not able to see anything on the landing page. If the landing page is a page like Google or any portal type page where you have to actually sign in, or you're getting different search results on the page, so then you rate that as broken because you're not supposed to get a search results page or a portal page. The landing page should have only single product on the landing page. You are not, I mean, the landing page is not supposed to have multiple products also. It should have only a single product that is focused, maybe focused on the user's intent or not focused on the user's intent, but still the landing page should have only a single product, focused on a single product. LP requires to sign in. So whenever you have a sign in page where you have to see different product details, so if you get a signing page, not a product page, then you rate that as broken. If you get a home page, like said, if it is not focused on a single product, it is a home page where it has multiple options, then you rate that also as broken. The landing page should not give you multiple options. It should be focused on a single product. That is the whole thing that the landing page is supposed to have. Next rating that we have is non-English. Like the name suggests, or like the rating suggests, anything that you see is not in an English and not a proper English word, but is a noun which is very famous in English. So LP is not in English. You rate that as non-English, as we know. The only exception is if the term or if the query term is very famous that it is used in English also equally. Like there are book names, there are names of hotels, probably there are names of businesses. The name itself is a foreign language, but then it is used more of the same type in English also. Then you rate that as, then you don't rate that as non-English, you treat it as normal. But if it is not a non-English word, so you don't know that it is a name of book or name of the famous hotel or name of anything, and it is a usual non-English terms that are used in a regular language, then you rate that as non-English. So these are the ratings that we have in this particular task. So the next one is we'll have a little clarity on what is a substitute and alternate products and how do you deal with them. So like I said, alternate or substitute should have the same functionality. So here we see a few of the examples. The first one is Levi's jeans. So the user is looking for jeans from brand called Levi's. So we are seeing men's Wrangler vintage bootcut jeans. So like said, if the four attributes such as materials, model, style, retail or our brand, if you get an alternative product, you rate that as not bad. So the only important attributes are gender, color and size. Other than that, if it is a material, model, style or retailer or a brand, if you get an alternate to what you're looking for, then you should rate that as not bad. So here the purpose, that is the product, is being matched. So I'm looking for a jeans and I'm getting jeans, but then it's just the brand that is being changed. So I want it from Levi's and I'm getting it from Wrangler. So it is an alternate brand, but it produces the same thing. Similarity, functionality is the same. So that is why you rate that as not bad. I'm looking for a laptop. I get a tablet. So the functionalities are still the same. So laptop and tablet, they are movable. You can work on the same way. Yeah, actually, tablet would give you more functions than a laptop. So it is flexible. It can be moved. It can be carried in any way that you want. So that is why it should be considered as an acceptable alternate because most of the functionality is the same. I mean, it provides the same thing that the user is looking for, not like laptop to desktop. Laptop and desktop has way different. The functionalities are different. You cannot. It is not portable. You cannot carry it anywhere. Like it is not easy to work on a desktop because it has a lot of things that it include. Wherein tablet and laptop have the same thing. You can download anything. You can use it anywhere. So that is why we consider that as an acceptable alternate. The next one is a nylon wallet, and then you get a leather wallet. So as mentioned here, material can be alternate. So if you get an alternate material, it could be a not bad. So that's the same reason it is not bad. So here you have to also understand an alternate or a substitute product can be from a competitive brand. Like here we say, it is not always that laptop to tablet only is an alternate. It can be an competitive brand or retailer also can be a possible acceptable alternate. So do not get confused in that particular thing. So the next thing that we would get or we would understand is the special scenarios. So there are a few special important scenarios that we have to understand once we start working on this particular task. So what are the special scenarios that we have? Is the first one that we have to check is the availability. So if the item that the user is looking for is not available for purchase, so when you see out of stock or closed or discontinued, you should rate the landing page like it is available only. So the availability should never impact your rating. It should be the same rating. So if you see the product, even though if it is out of stock or closed or discontinued, which says at the side of your landing page, it should not affect until and unless you see the same product that the user is looking for. The next one that we have to see is the image. So if the image is not proper, it should not impact the rating. The only thing that it impacts, or the only place that it impacts, is where we have seen already that if the product that you're looking for and the LP is giving you a different product, even though the description is talking about the product that the user is looking for, but the image is completely different from where you're looking for, only that particular case you will consider the image as not satisfying the user intent. Otherwise, even though the image is blurred or is it not properly seen, etc., should not impact the rating. The only place, like I repeat, the only place it should impact is when it is completely different from the product that is mentioned in the landing page. If it is different product, then you rate that as bad, like said. Next special scenario that we have to keep in mind is, what do we do if there are multiple items that are being displayed? When I mean multiple products is something like this. Few of the sites, what they do is they give us the product. Along with that, they also give us few items like this at the bottom, where they are related to the ones that you're looking for, like they are add-ons to what you're looking for. So in this particular case, it should, if it is matching the intention of what you're looking for, then it should be rated as not bad. So let's see the question that we are looking for here. Adelaide dinner plate is what you're looking for, and you get the same thing over here on the landing page like you see here. So that is why it can be rated as not bad, but the one that we see here. So here we are looking for a latte mug. Even though there is no latte mug, we see a coffee cup here, a set of coffee cup. So which can be a alternate, an acceptable alternate to a mug that we're looking for. So that is why it is rated as not bad. When do you rate anything as bad in these cases, specifically when you have products like this, is in this particular case. So you're looking for a silver salad tongs. So you're looking for this. If you see the whole page that is offered here, it has a plate, it has a cup, it has a couple of plates, and then a bowl. It doesn't have salad tongs at all. And you cannot take any one of these as an alternate. In these cases only, you will rate it as bad. So this is a special scenario that you have to remember. So if the next one, in the specific one, if in these cases, if the list has multiple pages, like not confined like this, there is one focused item on the top, then there are a couple of 2 or 3 items at the bottom. If it is not like what I see here, what you see here, but then it has multiple pages or multiple links, or there is a lot of content on the LP, you rate the LP only. Do not click through the pages that is being offered. Just see what are the products that are being offered here and rate it accordingly. Do not click on any additional links, like click here to go to the products that you want. Don't click on any link. Next special scenario is shopping aggregator. So we already have spoken about shopping aggregators. Shopping aggregators are those sites or those websites that sell different kinds of products on their homepage from different merchants. They compare and show us. So let's see like this. So here you see we are looking for kids cowboy shoes. It is showing the same. If you can see here, it says go to Amazon, go to and go to eBay. So it gives us product, and you can also go to different sites to get the product. This is called a shopping aggregator. So if you get a shopping aggregator in your landing page, you should rate it according to what the landing page is given. So here I'm looking for kids cowboy boots, and the landing page is showing the same thing. It is also showing the cowboy boots. And so it should be not bad. The meaning of shopping aggregator should not rate or should not impact the rating that you're looking for. If you do not have information, like if I say blue color kids cowboy shoes, if you are able to select it from here, or if you do not have information of whether it is available to select or not, in those cases you can always go to Amazon, like click on this link and then go and see if there is blue color or not and give a correct rating to it. In this case, there is a difference between this shopping aggregator and the one that I'm showing here. It has multiple products on single page. So like we have seen in Broken, if you have multiple products from a website, then it has to be Broken. But if it is a shopping aggregator which has multiple products on it, even though it is showing you correct product, it should be rated as bad. Not broken, not bad, it should be bad. Broken for multiple items or multiple products like this is given for normal websites, but for shopping aggregators, even though it shows the same product that the user is looking for, if it has multiple products like this, it has to be rated as bad. So here are a few examples that you can see. Okay, Acrobat Pro 12, you're looking for that, and you're getting Acrobat, and it doesn't show whether that is the 12th version or not. But then as we're getting the same product that we're looking for, we can rate this as not bad. Kids backpack, you're getting a backpack, but we are not sure whether the kids is mentioned or not. Until and unless it is not a mention, you can rate that as not bad. But if you're looking for a kid's backpack and you get an adult backpack, or probably not adult, let's say, if it is not mentioned, then it is not bad. But if it is mentioned, there are a few specifications which do not match what the user is looking for. In those cases, you can directly rate that as bad. As here, the kids thing is not mentioned, it is not bad. Moisture gauge. So here we are getting moisture meter conversion. So moisture gauges are usually called the moisture meters. If you research, they're the same actually. So that is why we consider that as not bad, because we're getting exactly what the user is looking for. Toilet rules, we are looking for toilet rules. This particular thing is called non-standards. What are non-standard is anything that is not usually used. So if you're looking, usually our clothing size starts from XS to XL or double XL probably. After XL, whatever is all the plus sizes from double XL, triple XL, all the extra large things that you see should be considered as non-standard. So here, even though toilet rolls are there in bulk, they are giving you so many toilet rolls, it's still okay because toilet rolls probably people would be interested in buying them in bulk. So that is why it should be rated as not bad. Here also Pico de Gallo chips. So if you see, this one is in a foreign language, but then as the product name itself is this, you cannot rate that as non-English. You have to rate it as normal one. So non-standard bulk amount of product, but still I like here, if it bulk also should be okay because people might be interested in these specific things. Teen boy bedding, and you're getting some bedding, but we do not know whether this is for teen boy or not. Like here or here we have seen, even though it is not mentioned, the purpose of bedding is being satisfied. So that is why we consider that as not bad. So here are some examples for bad. Child's bike, men's run around cruiser bike. So here we have rated it as bad because children's bike is completely different from a men's bike, because it is the functionalities may be different, the size may be different, because kids bike is very small and men's bike is very way big. So the size difference is there, and so it should be rated as bad because of the important attribute of size. So the size doesn't fit, and so it should be bad. Youth baseball bat, Axe bat, Pro Maple baseball bat, men's. So you want a youth one that is specifically for youth baseball leagues, but an adult bat is completely different from what the user is looking for because it doesn't match the intention of the user, and so it should be rated as bad. Wind resistance clothing. So if you see wind resistant clothing would be more heavier because they have to resist wind, but the one that you see here is a is a top which is not a wind resistant one. You can see that it is a regular one that you usually wear, so it is not suitable for a wind resistant, so purpose is being mismatched, so that is why we should rate that as bad. Teen bedding, and you get kids bedding, which is being mentioned in here. So teen bedding and kids bedding is completely two different things altogether, which the user might not be interested in this particular thing because teen and kids are two different ages altogether. So that is why you should rate this as bad because the purpose is not being matched. Caffeine free tea and high caff, it has high caffeine, the name itself says that, so the purpose mismatch, it has to be bad. Dress kids 5 to 7, we are looking for kids from 5 to 7, and this is a toddler dress which is being mentioned here. So toddler's dress usually is for very small kids and it will not be fitting any of these 5 to 7 years kids. So that is why it should be rated as bad because of the size mismatch that we're seeing here. And then here are a few examples for broken. Here you see this is a portal page where you have different products that are being offered. So like said, portal pages have to always be broken. Then you see the search did not match any products. So you are not supposed to match any of the products that are below. Go by the message that is being seen here, which says no products there. So whenever it says no products available, it has to be broken. 404 error, directly broken because the page is not found. So here are a few examples for non-English. Okay. These two are supposed to be not bad or bad depending on what the user is looking for. So because they are names of the products, so that is why these two are considered as bad or not bad depending on what the user is looking for. But then if you see here the third example, the Nike one, you see Nike WM and I think women's blazer mid 17, and then if you see here, it is not what we usually use in English. So it is not name of anything, or it is not name of a product, or it is not name of any of those popular things that we use in English. They are normal words in a foreign language, and so it should be rated as non-English. So that's from my end. We will quickly see how does the task look like and where is this go or where to navigate to go into this task. So it's in the marketplace. In search relevance, you have a task called does the website offer a wrong product? So this is where the task is about. So just click on this download app button tab that you have to go to the guidelines. So the guidelines will be loaded and then you have the training and also preview. Let's quickly see a few of those hits. So it's taking a little time to load. Let's see. Yes. So here you see this is how the task looks like. So first thing that you to do is use any of these links to understand what is the user looking for. Maroon velvet knotted headband, Le Shongway maroon velvet headband. We do not know what this is, so let's quickly go do this to see what is the user looking for. Okay, so he wants a maroon velvet headband, or the user wants a maroon velvet headband from this website called Lele Shandogi. So that's what the user is looking for, is what we understand. So let's also look into Bing and see if it is the same thing that the user is looking for. Okay, so that's the intention of the user. So let's quickly see the landing page. Okay, so here we are looking for a maroon. We're looking for a maroon velvet headband, and we're getting a completely different one, jet black if I'm not wrong. And we also do not have options of maroon here that I can buy. So there are only two options, jet and navy color, and that too from a different one. I would have rated it as not bad if I would have gotten an option of maroon here, or if I was directly getting a maroon one. Either of it I would have rated it as not bad, but here, as color is an important attribute that we have seen, it should be rated as bad. So add is a wrong product, add is not a correct type, like you have color that is a mismatch, then it should be a bad. So this particular one has to be bad. So once you just click on bad and submit, you'll be able to see the answer that is going to pop up. Let's move on to another question. So it takes a little time. So that's how we are supposed to work on this particular task. So here are the instructions that are there for this task. There are a lot of examples that you can look for in this particular guideline. There are also multiple exceptions, very lot of mixed kind of examples that you can refer whenever you have doubts. So this particular task is available in the search relevance tab in the UHRS. So you can just quickly look into it. Okay, let's look at another question. Sturdy bookcase 5 shelves. That is the question, that is what the user is looking for. Let's see what the best to see. So sturdy bookcases 5 shelves, sturdy. Okay. We do not know what this particular one is about. So they want a bookshelf which looks like this, a sturdy one. So if you do not understand any of these words, you can always see shopping, which will help you understand what is the query about, or the image section to see how does the product look like. So we understood what is a sturdy now, and then they want a bookcase with 5 shelves only. That's what the user is looking for. So now that we understood the product, so always the shopping links are also available here. You can use them. So we will just quickly look into the landing page and see what is the user looking for. Okay, we have gotten what the user is looking for. It's a 5 shelf, and I'm not sure. I think this is an alternate one because it is not what we're looking for. So it is still an alternate, it is still a 5K shelf. So it can still be a not bad one because the purpose is being satisfied. So it is a bookcase with 5 shelves. So that is how you rate that as not bad. So this is how you would be working on this particular task. I hope this session was helpful and informative. And your questions, the Q&A section was helpful for you to get all the questions answered. If you still have any unanswered questions and you have a follow-up questions with whatever you have asked, there is a support system that is there to help you guys with 24 hours. That is crowdsupport@zenthreetech.com. Please write to us with any concerns that you have or any follow-up questions that you have now. You can always write to the same email ID. I repeat, crowdsupport@zen3tech.com. You can always write to that. Please do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That is Dataman. Thank you so much for attending the session today. Thank you.